Hello students, today we are going to start to understand what is history and what are the advantages of PHP and the basics of PHP. So let us start. So PHP, the acronym stands for Hypertext Preprocessor. It is nothing but an open source server-side scripting language, and it is mostly used to generate the dynamic web pages, and due to this ability this PHP has become so popular. PHP script resides between this reserved PHP tags. I will show you the syntax later on. Now due to this PHP script tags, this allows the programmer to embed the PHP scripts within HTML page. HTML page, you can write the code of the HTML and then embed the PHP scripts within it. PHP is nothing but the interpreted language, and it is parsed at runtime rather than the compiled. Hence it is known as the interpreted language. And as I have already shown you, it is a server-side scripting language, hence it is executed on the server side. Here the source code is not visible to the client. When the client sees the PHP page in its web browser, and if he clicks on the view source in browser, then it does not display the PHP code. PHP has various built-in functions which allows for fast development, and as in the later on I will show you how the PHP has been developed in various versions. PHP is compatible with many popular databases such as MariaDB, MySQL and lots of databases. Hence PHP is very compatible with the popular databases. Now let us know the history of PHP. So currently PHP 8 version is there. So the journey started with PHP 1. So let us see. In 1995, the PHP was developed by Rasmus Lerdof, when he developed a Perl or CGI script toolset, and he named it as personal home page, but later on it became hypertext preprocessor. Then in 1997, PHP 2 was further developed. In 1998, PHP 3 was developed. In 2000, PHP 4 was developed. In 2004, PHP 5 was developed. In 2015, PHP 7 was developed, and just recently this PHP 8.0 has been released. Now let us see the advantages of PHP one by one. So the reason why PHP is so popular is that because it can generate dynamic page content. It can create, open, read, write, delete and close files on the server. PHP can collect form data. PHP can send and receive cookies. Cookies are nothing but the small text file which reside on the client side. PHP can add, delete, modify data in your database. It can be used to control the user access. It can be used to encrypt the data. With PHP, you are not limited to output HTML. You can output images, PDF files, even Flash movies. You can also output any text such as HTML and XML. Then these are some popular PHP sites. As you can see, many popular websites are using the PHP platform. Then let us try to understand how PHP works. So here the client will try to access a PHP page. It will send its request to web server. Web server will forward the request to PHP interpreter. PHP interpreter, depending on the content of file, it may either refer the file system, database or mail server, and then will send back the result to the via web server to the client. Now let us see how the sample code of PHP looks like. So here, as is shown in this particular block, so it starts with the angular bracket, question mark, then PHP, and within this particular two tags all the PHP code is to be written. It ends with question mark and greater than symbol. So structurally it is very similar to C or C++ language. Then it supports procedurals and object-oriented paradigm. All PHP statements end with the semicolon, and each PHP script must be enclosed in this reserved PHP tag. So let us see the syntax of PHP. So as I have already stated, so PHP script can be placed anywhere in the document. It starts with this particular tag, ends with this particular tag. So let us see one sample here. So here you have to write the PHP code within the reserved PHP tags, and the default file extension for PHP file is .php. A PHP file will normally contain HTML tags and some PHP scripting code. Now let us see one sample hello world example. So see here, this it will start with HTML tag, and here after the HTML tag I have embedded one PHP script tag, and within that I am using this echo command to display the hello world to the web browser. Now let us try to understand how the comments are given in the PHP. So the notations used are very similar to C, C++ and shell comment symbols. So for one line comment you can use this double slash. For single line comment you can also use this hash symbol, and for multiple line you can use slash star and star slash for multiple lines command. Now let us move towards the variables in PHP. So let us see rules for PHP variables. So if we have studied any programming language, so mostly some common PHP variables are to be used. So let us see what are they. Now let us see how the variables are formed in PHP and what are the rules for framing the PHP variables. So usually a variable in PHP starts with the $sign followed by name of the variable. A variable name start with a letter or underscore character. It will never start with a number. Then a variable name can only contain alphanumeric characters and underscore like mentioned here in the brackets. And variable names in PHP are case sensitive. So if you write age in small letter and age in capital letter, then these are treated as two different variables. Then there are certain reserved variable names such as $_post, $_get, $_server. So as later on when we will use them, I will discuss more about them in detail. So these are some basic rules for PHP variables. Now let us see some sample usages. So as you can see here I have declared one variable called as foo and assigned the value 25. So this is a numerical variable. Then I have declared one variable called as bar and assigned the string hello. Then again if I try to multiply this numeric number, then I can use this star symbol. So this foo will be a numerical variable, but if I try to multiply a string variable, then it will give me the invalid expression. So this care is to be taken by the programmer. Now let us see what is the use of the echo command. So here mostly this echo command is used to output the parameters passed to it, and whatever you type within the quotation and the single quotes, that is sent to the client's web browser. And this is the typical syntax of echo command. In practice, arguments are not passed in the parenthesis, since echo is a language construct rather than an actual function. So I'll just demonstrate one use of that, like I have already shown you in the hello world example. Now we will discuss the PHP data types. So in PHP different data types are there to do different things. So first is string, second is integer, third is float which is also called as double, fourth is boolean to store true or false, fifth is array, sixth is object, and last is the null. Null means nothing. Now let us see some data type example. I have already taken these two variables. One is the foo, that is numerical variable. Second is the hello variable, this is string variable. Then let us just display this. So if I write here echo bar, then it will output hello. If I write echo foo comma $bar, then it will display 25 hello, as foo is containing the value 25. If I write here 5x5 is equals to comma $foo, then it will display 5x5 is equals to. Now this will be output as it is, and then foo variable contents will be displayed here. Then if I want to display 5x5 is equals to $foo, then note here again I will get the same output. But if I change this double quotation with this single quotes, then see here the difference is whatever I have written within the single quote will be dumped as it is. Means this is the difference between this single quotation and double quotation. So whenever you want to evaluate the variables, then you have to use the double quotation. Otherwise if you use single quotation, then the string will be output as it is, right? So as strings in single quotes are not interpreted or evaluated by PHP. Now let us see the PHP array data type. So as you know, array stores multiple values in one single variable, and say suppose we will take one example of cars, and we will be using the PHP var_dem function to return the data type and the value. So let us see one example. So just write the name of the variable equals to array, and within the brackets you just mention the items of the array. So this is our first item, second and third item. And suppose if I want to just display the data type and value, then I will use this var_dem function. Basically this var_dem function will give you the output that array is there, and the three items are Volvo, BMW and Toyota. Then let us now discuss the PHP operators. So PHP language supports following types of operators. First is arithmetic operator, second is comparison operator, third is logical or relational operators, fourth is assignment operator, fifth is increment or decrement operators, sixth is string operators. So let us see them one by one. So first is arithmetic operation. So plus is there, obviously this is the common operator used in mathematics, so it will do the addition. Second is subtraction, third is multiplication, next is division, next is modulus, so this will calculate the remainder of x divided by y variable, and the last is the double asterisk, that it will stand for the exponentiation, means result of raising $x to the yth power. Let us take one example for this. So say suppose here I declare first variable a is equals to 15, second variable b is equals to 30, and we will create one more variable where the value of two variables are added, and then when using the print command we will just display the total. So here what will be the output? So total 45 will be declared. Some more examples, like say suppose if I want to just do the subtraction, then I will write like this. If I want to do the multiplication, I will use the asterisk symbol. If I want to do division, I will use the slash. Last, here you can see if you have used in C programming language, so here plus equals to, so this is very similar to $a is equals to $a plus 5, and this is works for plus equals to, so this is similar to asterisk equal to or slash equal to. Next is modulus operator, and the last is a exponentiation operator. So these all are arithmetic operators. Then next operator is concatenation. So here in PHP you are going to use a period to join strings into one. So say suppose if I have taken one string variable hello and second I have taken PHP, then if I want to combine them, then I will use this dot or period symbol, right? And let us see what will be the output of this. So hello PHP will be displayed. After this, next operators are comparison operators, which is double equals to means equal if both the variables are equal. Then triple equals to means identical. So you just have to check that values are same or not, and their data type is also same or not. So that is found out by this identical operator. Then next is not equals to. Again this not equals to is denoted by this symbol. Then not identical is represented by this. Then this is greater than symbol if x is greater than y, less than symbol, then less than greater than equals to. So these are all the comparison operators. After this, next is the logical operator. So first is AND. So this is true if both the variables are true, or if both the variables is true. If either x or either y is true, then XOR is there if x or y is true. Then AND is again represented by this double ampersand sign. Then OR is there. This is represented by this double bar. And the last is the NOT. So this is represented by this exclamation. Then next operator are assignment operators. So first is equals to. Second is plus equals to. This is equivalent to this x plus y. Next is x minus equals to. X star equals to. X slash equals to y. X modulus equals to y. So these are the various assignment operators. Next is increment or decrement operators. So here this is pre-increment if we are attaching double plus sign in front of the variables. This is post increment, attaching it after the variable. Then this is pre-decrement and this is the post decrement. So increment will add by 1 and decrement will decrease by 1. Next is string operator. So first is the dot that will do the concatenation, and second is dot equals to that will append the text to the first text. Now let us see how the constants are declared in PHP. So mostly constants are the values which never change in the program. So they are declared by the define function. So define function, 3 parameters are there. First is name. Name specifies the name of the constant. Value specifies the value of the constant. And case sensitive or insensitive specifies whether it should be case sensitive, and default is false. So let us try to understand this with one example. So first case, let us create a constant with case sensitive name. So here let us say I have created one constant called as greeting, and here the greeting is in all caps, and if I just mention here greeting, then welcome to IF department will be printed. And if I want to create a constant with case insensitive name, then note here, even if I declare it as greeting in all caps, I have to just set the third parameter as true, and then if I write the greeting in small cap, still I will get the same output, welcome to IF department. So this is how the PHP constants are declared.